Good morning, students. Now is the time for computer class and I am your computer teacher. So today we are going to start a new lesson, MS Word, the word processor. So our heading will be MS Word word processor. So first of all, we would like to know what is word processor. The first topic that we are going to discuss over here is the definition of word processor. So what is word processor? We can say the application software or the program which help us in processing the text is called as word processor. So the definition is the application software or the application software or program which help us in processing the text, which help us in processing the text is called word processor. It's called word processor, or we can say word processing software. So the main purpose of the word processor is that it helps us to perform the following tasks. What are the tasks that can be done in the word processor? First, we can type our text, can type the text over here. Next, correct spelling mistake and grammatical errors. Correct spelling mistake and grammatical errors. Align the text. Next, offers a variety of font style and font size. Offers a variety of font style and font sizes and the next is we can see a preview of the text. We can see the preview of the text that we have typed. So these are some of the functions that are performed by the word processor. So now where do we apply the word processor? We apply the word processors in newsletters, reports, advertisements, resumes, books, directories, web pages, browsers, etc. These are some of the areas where the word processor is generally used to process the documents. So till now we have learnt about what is word processor, what are the functions of word processor, and how do where are the word processors mostly used. Now we are going to discuss about starting the word. Starting word. MS starting MS Word. So now how can we start the MS Word? So there are many steps for starting the MS Word. Like suppose first of all click on the start button, then scroll down and click on Word, and then click on the blank button to create a new document. Or we can follow like how do we start. First of all click on start button, click on start button, then after clicking on the start button, then click on application program, then click on application program, and in the application program now move to MS Office, and from the MS Office click on MS Word option. So how we will open the MS Word? First of all click on the start button, then application program, choose application program, from there select MS Office and then the MS Word. In this way we can start the MS Word. So as soon as we click on the MS Word option, a window of this type will appear before us, where we have to select the blank document will be written over here. We have to select the blank document and then click on the create button over here. Create button will be over here. So selecting the blank document, click on the create button. As soon as you click on the create button, the MS Word window will appear before you. This is how you can open the MS Word. Now what are the different components of MS Word? There are many components of MS Words. Like the first component that we have is title bar. Title bar. The next component that we have is ribbon. Then we have tabs. Then we have vertical ruler. Then horizontal ruler, then cursor, then text area, then we have status bar, next view button, next scroll bar, and then zoom pointer. So these are some of the component of MS Word. Component of MS Word. So we begin with the title bar. So what is title bar? We can say the title bar is located on the top of the window. It displays the title of the applications and the name of the file that is open. It also contains the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar is located on the left side of the title bar. So what does the quick access toolbar contain? So it is located in the title bar. It provides the various shortcut commands like save, undo, repeat, email, etc. that appears on the quick access toolbar. Now we have tabs. The next component that we are going to discuss about here is tab. So what is tab? The tab is located just below the title bar. It is located just below the title bar. Various buttons of file, home, insert, design, like over here there will be a tab button like file, home, insert, design, etc. So these are the tabs over here. Now we have ribbon. The next component that we are going to discuss about here is ribbon. So what is ribbon? We can say that the ribbon gives all the options related to us. As we click on this tab, options get displayed. It makes easier for us to see and find the command to work on the environment. We can say that the ribbon, as soon as we click on the ribbon, we get several commands over here. So the ribbon is a combination of icons and the commands. So on the ribbon we have all the different types of icons or the options of same type get merged into a single name, and this is known as ribbon. So like in the quick access toolbar there are several commands, so in the ribbon also we have several commands of same type grouped into a single name. So arrow launcher of this type get appeared on the each ribbon. Now we have next component that we are going to discuss is over here is ruler. So we generally have two types of ruler, the horizontal ruler and the vertical ruler. So the horizontal ruler is below the ribbon and the vertical ruler is on the left side. So they are generally used to change the format of our documents, or we can say that they are mostly used to change the formats. Next we have text area. What is text area? Just below the horizontal ruler is a large area called the text area. We mostly type our text in the text area. Next we have scroll bars. So the scroll bar is of two types, vertical and the horizontal. So the scroll bars are used to move the page up, down, left or right as when required. Next component that we are going to discuss over here is status bar. Status bar. So status bar is located at the bottom of the screen. So where it is located? At the bottom of the screen. It is located at the bottom of the screen. At the bottom of the screen. So it displays the important and different types of information about the document that you have opened. Here we can see the page numbers, the number of words, etc. So the status bar also contain number 1 view button, So what does view button do? So the view buttons are located on the right side of the status bar. They shows the document in different views like in read mode, print layout, web layout views, etc. And the next option that we have in the status bar is zoom pointer. So what does the zoom pointer do? So it is located on the right side of the status bar. it can be moved to the left or right to zoom out, means to decrease the view, or to zoom in to increase the view. By default, the zoom pointer is at 100%. Remember, by default it will be at 100%. So these were some of the components of MS Word that we have discussed. Now let us discuss how to create a new document. Create a new document. So what are the steps that we should do to create the new document? Is that first of all we should click on the file option, then click on the new, and then a blank document will get inserted. So first of all, click on file tab, then click on new option, in new option, and then we will have the option of click on blank document. Click on blank document. So in this way a new document will get appeared before us. So till now what we have learnt in this video, let us have a quick recap of this. The first is, what is MS Word or word processor? We can say the application software or the program which help us in processing the text is known as word processor. What are the functions of word processor? These are some of the functions of word processor. Like in word processor, we can type the text, we can check the spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, we can align the text, left align, right align, center, justify. Different types of alignment options are available. Next, a variety of font style and font size are offered, and we can also have a preview of the text that we have typed. Besides this, there are many functions that can be performed on MS Word or on word processing software. So MS Word is an example of word processor. How to start the MS Word? First of all, click on start button, then move to the application program, then or application simply. We then click on MS Office and then MS Word. A window of this type will get appeared. Select the blank document and then click on create option. A MS Word window will get appeared before us. Now the components of MS Word. These are some of the components of MS Word, like title bar, ribbon, tabs, vertical ruler, horizontal ruler, cursor, text area, status bar, view button, scroll bar, zoom pointer. So what is title bar? It is the topmost bar of the MS Word window. So it displays the name of the files. So in the right side we have minimize button over here. In the right side we have minimize button, and then maximize button, and then close button over here. And in the left side we have the quick access toolbar. So what does the quick access toolbar contain? The quick access toolbar mostly contains the commands like undo, redo, save, etc. So next we have tab. So the tab, generally we have different types of tab, like file tab, home tab, insert tab, design tab, etc. Next component that we have discussed is ribbon. What is ribbon? We can say the similar types of commands are grouped together under a single name. It is known as ribbon. It is just below the tab. So next we have ruler. We have two types of rulers, the horizontal ruler and the vertical ruler. So they are used to change the format of our document quickly. Next is text area. The text area is the large area where we generally type our text. Next we have scroll bar. Two different types of scroll bar, vertical and horizontal, which are used to move the pages up and down, left or right. Next is status bar. The status bar is located at the bottom of the screens. So it displays the important information like page number, number of words, etc. So it also contains the view button. It is located on the right side. So here we can have the different views like read view, print layout view, web layout view, and then zoom pointer. it is used to zoom in or zoom out the document. Next topic that we have discussed is creating the new document. How can we create the new document? Click on the File tab, click on the New option, and then click on the blank document. So now the next topic that we are going to discuss over here is adding the text in the document. How can we add the text in our document? Adding text in our document. So how can we add the text in a document? The text can be simply added by typing with the help of keyboard. So we normally have the keyboards with the help of which we can type the text. And as we keep on typing the text, the cursor will keep moving to the right side, and then it will automatically move to the next line. So this feature is known as word wrapping. Word wrapping. Word wrapping. WRAPPING. What is word wrapping? We can say that while typing the text, automatically moves to the next line. Automatically moves to the next line as the current line finishes. As the current line finishes, but the cursor stays in the same paragraph. But the cursor stays in the same paragraph. In the same paragraph. This is known as word wrapping. This is known as word wrapping. So this is an important feature of MS Word. So what is word wrapping? Like suppose this is the window of MS Word. We have start typing over here. So as soon as we reach to a particular location on the right side, and then while we keep on typing, the cursor will automatically move to the next line. Now we keep on typing over here, and then when we reach to a particular location on the right side, the cursor will automatically move to the next line. So this is known as word wrapping. It is an important feature of MS Word. So we should follow the following steps while typing the document. First of all, open the document, type the text, and then use the different types of keys in a keyboard. Whenever we want to start a new paragraph, press the enter key. So now we have different types of keys and their key movement. So we all know what is the use of arrow key. So what is the use of arrow key? The arrow key, what is their use? So it is used to move around the document, to move the cursor around the document. Next we have page up and page down. Page up and down. So it is used to screen up or down. Next we have home tab. What is the use of home tab? It is used to move to the beginning of the line. Next we have end tab. What is the use of end? End key. It is used to move to the end of the line. Next, control plus home. It is used to move to the beginning of the document. And next, control plus end. Control plus end. So it is used to move to the end of the document. So these were some of the keys. Like arrow keys, it is used to move the cursor around the document. Page up and page down, it is used to screen up and down. Next, home tab to move to the beginning of the line. Let me keep on writing over here. What is the use of a cursor movement? What will the following keys do? It will move the cursors. So arrow key around the document. Around the document. It will move. Page up and page down. Screen up and down. Screen. It will move the screen up or down. Next, home. What will be the use of home key? It will move to the beginning of the line. Beginning of line. The cursor will move to the beginning of the line. Next, end key. It will move to the cursor to the end of the line. To the end. Next, control plus home to the beginning of document. Beginning of document. Control plus end of document. So these were some of the keys and their uses. So here I am ending my video. In the next video we will continue the further topics. Thank you.